Hello world. Good day everyone. I'm your host, Jerwin Earl Agdepa. We have a very special guest today. Guess who's this sexy girl from Bicolandia? She's no other than Miss Hazel Dizon.
Thank you for having me here today. It's such a great pleasure to be a part of this most requested youth program.
And this is Stats Pick. You know Hazel, we have a very interesting topic today.
Oh really?
Yes, because we will be discussing the history of statistics.
Yeah, you're right. It sounds really interesting.
So without too much ado, let us introduce our guest speakers for today's episode.
But before we talk about the history of statistics, let us first know the etymology of it from Ms. Jonas Sebastian.
So Joner, where did the word statistics come from?
The word statistics derived from the New Latin term statisticum collegium, which means council of the state. And the Italian word statista means statesman or politician. The German statistics first introduced by Gottfried Eichwald in 1749. It is originally designated the analysis of data about the state signifying the sacrifice of state, then called arithmetic in English. It acquired the meaning of the collection and classification of data generally in the early 19th century.
You had mentioned about the German statistics. So is it possible that it was introduced by an English?
Yes, of course. It was introduced into English by Sir John Sinclair. Thus,
So what's the purpose of statistics?
the purpose of statistics is was data to be used by government and administrative bodies. The collection of data about states, localities continues largely through national, international statistics services. In particular, census promote regular information about the population. And that's it.
Thank you, Joner, for that information. And now we already knew where the word statistics came from. Hazel, may I ask you, is this your first time to hear those Latin words which was mentioned by Joner a while ago?
Actually, no. I have encountered those when I was in college when I took up BS Math.
Wow, that's a nice course. So you're the type of person who's kind of weird?
No, I beg to disagree.
Yeah.
It's in the looks where you can see. Okay, too much for that, girls.
Yeah.
And now we're going to discuss the history of the statistics.
But before that, we'll have a short break. Stats Pick will be right back. Stats Pick returns. So we're going to start the history of statistics from the ancient times. Michael,
Yes.
how would you interpret the philosopher's contribution during that time?
The philosopher during that time had no quantitative analysis.
How would you compare the philosophers during that time between the contributors during the 17th century?
During 17th century, Grant and Petty studied a pair of states. Vital statistics of population, while Pascal and Bernoulli studied probability through games of chance and gambling.
Oh, I see. What a meaningful century it was. Now let's proceed to the next century and let's see what happened during that time.
Johnson, can you share us something about the happenings during the 18th and 18th and 19th century?
Oh, sure, during the 18th century. Carl Friedrich Gauss used the method of least square to predict the locations of the dwarf planet Ceres. And in 19th century, Adolf Kitteley, an astronomer, he was called the father of modern statistics and applied the statistical analysis to human biology. And Francis Galton studied the genetic variations of humans. He used regression and correlations.
Oh, thanks for that information, Mr. Chan. I was able to appreciate their contributions. And now let's explore the 20th century.
Hello Jerome. Can you give us a background about the contributors on the 20th century?
There were many developments or progressions during the century. In the early 20th century, Frank Person studied natural selection using correlation. Formed first academic department of statistics by a Metrov journal, helped develop the chi-square analysis. Another contributor was Gosset, studied progress of brewing, alerted the statistic community about problems. With small sizes developed study tests, another contributor was Ronald Fisher, who developed ANOVA and stressed the importance and experimental design.
Oh wow, what a wonderful contribution it is.
Absolutely. If we have contributors during the early 20th century, of course there are also contributors during the late 20th century.
You're right, Hazel. And to share some of it, let's give it to Abigail.
Yes, sir. We have significant contributors in the late 20th century, and some of them are Taki and Danek. They are the statisticians who developed non-parametric equivalent to correlation coefficient. Another contributor is Fields, a statistician who developed multiple comparison procedures.
That was interesting.
And now we're done discussing about the contributors of different centuries. If it's not because of them, our knowledge about statistics is limited. It's indeed a great contribution in the field of statistics. Up next, the origins in probability. Stats will be right back. Welcome back to StatSpeak. And now, the origins in probability will be discussed by Irish and Miguel.
The theory of errors may be traced back to Roger Cooke's author of Miscellanea, but a memoir prepared by Thomas Simpson in 1755 first applied the theory of discussion and errors of observations. The reprint of this memoir lays down the axioms that positive and negative errors are equally probable, and that there are certain assignable limits within which all errors may be supposed to fall. Continuous errors are discussed, and probability curve is given.
Here, Simon Laplace made the first attempt to deduce a rule for the combination of observations. From the principle of theory of probabilities, he represented the law of probability of errors by a curve. He deduced the formula for a mean of 3 observations.
So, is that his contribution?
No, that's not all of his contributions. He also gave a formula for the law of facility of errors, but one which led to an unmanageable equation.
Up next,
StatSpeak will be right back.
StatSpeak. Transient cases are here to tell us about the statistics today.
Can you tell us what happened during the 20th century?
During the 20th century, the creation of precise instruments for public health concerns, economic and social purposes necessitated substantial advances in statistical practices. The Western welfare statistic developed after World War I had to possess specific knowledge of the population.
What about the use of statistics today?
Today, the use of statistics has broadened beyond its origins as a service to a state or government. Individuals and organizations use statistics to understand data and make informed decisions throughout the natural and social sciences, medicine, business, and other areas.
So, is statistics regarded as a subfield of mathematics?
Statistics is generally regarded not as subfield of mathematics but rather as a distinct, albeit allied field.
Oh, see, I told ya.
What?
That it is not a subfield of mathematics.
I haven't heard you say that.
Because you're not listening.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I know universities separate mathematics, right?
Yep, that's right. Many universities maintain separate mathematics and statistics department as well.
And also, statistics is also taught in Department of Diverse as Psychology Education and Public Health.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, guys, for that very substantial information. All the speakers who joined us for today, thank you very much, guys.
Miguel Angco,
Kisses Elise Suteco,
Renzi Estanislao,
Jansen Chan,
Irish Cabora,
Jerome Magrelos,
Abigail Domingo,
Joner Sebastian.
and Michael Gonzal.
Thank you very much, guys.
And this
I'm
is,
Jeremy Nalagdepa,
and I'm Hazel Anlizar.
and this is Sassy!
Yeah!